Hello, everyone. Welcome to your spirit messages. This is for the week of December 12th. You guys seem to still download last week's stuff up, which was interesting. I'm using a whole different video recording system this week. I'm praying that it's going to work for you all. But thank you guys for going to the podcast last week and downloading it. And we are back on YouTube now. It's been interesting. It's been an interesting week. I've actually been so incredibly happy, and this might sound incredibly silly, but I do accredit it to TikTok. I downloaded TikTok for my first time the other night, and just seeing how creative and funny just like the average person is, how everyone a singer and dancer? Can everyone dance? Can everyone sing? It just makes me feel so joyful to see a whole different energy of people getting to express themselves, getting to be seen, and getting to express their uniqueness, their creativity. I mean, it just lights me up. So I just joined TikTok. So if you are on there, I'm Squamish Medium. I don't have any posts yet, but I do have some ideas for posts. I just don't know how to use it yet. But TikTok has pretty much taken up the past few days for me, and I just absolutely love it. I just think it's so much fun. So we'll see, but I'll link to my TikTok below if I can figure that out, but do check it out. It's just put me in like this incredibly good mood. I love it so much. So I am feeling like I'm in a very good mood right now. So I did bring out Rebecca Campbell's Starseed Oracle this week, and we'll wait to see what Spirit brings through for your messages. Okay. Oh yes. Okay. Beautiful. Some beautiful things. Okay. So the first thing that I'm being inspired to say, and again, I wanted to be very clear too, like what I'm doing here is not channeling. It's being inspired. It's like inspired mediumship in a way. I'm just like set an intention. I'm opening up my energy. I'm opening up my heart. I put an intention to serve you all through these messages. And then I just let myself be inspired by what comes through. So do keep that in mind. I felt important to talk about that. So Spirit is really wanting you to see how the things that you are creating in your life, and again, this could be more time freedom, this could be more money, this could be beneficial relationships, meaning relationships that really kind of light you up and excite you and keep you feeling high vibe. Spirit is wanting to really hammer in at this moment that whatever it is that you're bringing in and creating in your life, to see the weaving that it has. This is the Tapestry of Life card. So just to not be too linear in thinking like, oh, if I do this, it's going to affect this. If I get a new job, it's going to affect finances. It's bigger than that. It's more intertwined than that. It's actually, no, your joy level will actually be brought up. You'll be able to keep relationships harmonious closest to home. You'll be able to create new, beautiful relationships. So really the message here is not to think too linear or too narrowed on your why you're doing certain things and what the benefits are going to be from taking action on your dreams and taking action on the things that you're calling into your life that will bring more joy. They're like, yes, it will bring more joy, but it's going to bring a lot more than that too. So if you're somebody who's like stuck in fear or feeling stuck and scared to make a move because XYZ, Spirit is asking you to open up your lens on the potentiality of how big of an impact this is going to be on your life in the positive. It's so easy to think about what's not going to work out and the effects if it doesn't work out, which usually comes down to money, usually always comes down to financial security, root chakra stuff. And Spirit is asking us to open up to what if it all works out? What if it works out better than we could have even imagined? Which in my experience of somebody who literally chases fear and like hunts it down and like goes after it, things always come that I did not anticipate or expect. So do be open to that. And Spirit is asking us to open our view and our horizon on that. Okay. We also got one of my favorite cards, which I've never pulled in any of these. I've been doing energy forecasts now for 2 years and I've never pulled this card. And I'm so excited for it. And this is the Courageous Pony card, Pony, the Courageous Peony. So this is you not feeling like you've fallen behind or you're going too fast. The peony blooms when it's ready. It doesn't bloom because the flower next to it blooms, which is how Rebecca Campbell describes this card in the book. It's a beautiful book that comes with this deck. This is you blooming because you feel ready, because you're ready. There's never going to be this perfect alignment. There's never going to be this experience where you're like, now is the time. That doesn't come. Spirit does ask us to leap first very often, and then they catch us. And this Courageous Peony card is telling you that you bloom when you're ready. Not when anyone else is pressuring you, not when anyone else is pushing you, not when somebody next to you blooms. It's like you go for it when you're ready. I also really saw this card today for you guys. And for some of you, you're really working on being seen, right? Being seen is not easy. Having a social media profile is not easy. What do I do? What do I say? How do I show up? What do people expect of me? What do people expect to hear from me, right? So Spirit is asking us to heal this aspect of ourselves this week that has any resistance or any fears around being seen fully and being seen 100% as yourself, right? And so, because Spirit's making me feel that for a lot of you who are attracted to listen to this and listen week after week, next year is going to be a big year about being seen. I think a lot of us are going to be transitioning to online because I don't think things are going to change really fast for us here. And there's some of you who are watching this that have really big ideas, that have really big dreams. And one of the things that's holding you back the most is the being seen. It's the showing up 100% of yourself, 100% of the time. So Spirit is bringing this card out to tell you it's safe to be seen. It's safe to be seen fully in bloom, fully as yourself. And you just need to know, like, you can't wait for more progress to show up for other people. You can't wait till you master this, get this certification, do this, have this behind you, because the truth of the matter is, when you put yourself out there, you're actually allowing yourself to come to bloom in public. And that for me was one of the hardest things to accept when I first came out in 2017. I kind of developed and was a bit of a kitchen witch for 3 years before that. And so I know this fear well, which is how come Spirit's working it through me. But being seen and growing in the public eye is not a bad thing. It actually allows people to feel more connected to you because they feel truly like they were part of the journey with you. So I know that this will make sense for the people who are going to be like, oh, you're right. I just know it's going to make sense. Now, we're heading into 2021, obvi, right? We only have a couple weeks left of this blessed 2020. And so Spirit is really encouraging us to continue to hold the vision of what we want for this next year. Of course, things are not going to shift Jan 1, right? Like, we might feel a little bit more hopeful because that's the energy that just naturally comes with New Year's and with a whole new year. But if you're somebody like me who follows the moon cycles like very closely, we actually get a new start every single new moon. When's the new moon here? Oh, it's actually on Monday. There you go. I was like, why am I talking about the new moon? And so Spirit is talking about Monday, the new moon on the 14th, being a time where you should really hone in on what you want for 2021, what you want, right? Don't get overwhelmed with the collective. Don't get overwhelmed with, Earth. This is like your version of yourself heading into next year, letting go. I know in Scorpio season, a lot of us let go of old stories, old wounds, old things that were holding us back. So then how now do we move forward, holding the vision of who we want to be this new moon moving forward, right? So new moons are new beginnings. It's like New Year's every single month. So every single month, if you follow the cycles of the moon, you actually get a fresh start. So if you are interested in moon tracking, I do have a free video and a free moon tracker. I'll link it below so you can download it. And it's really helpful because you will see, if you start living in cycle with the moon, you will see you get a fresh start every single month. But I digress. The meat and potatoes of this card is really holding the vision, not letting your excuses get the better of you, not letting the bad thing to happen in 2020. Don't carry that energy into the next year. We need to start fresh. We have a choice. We have a real deep choice here, how we want to proceed these next few weeks and hold the vision for what we want for ourselves. Okay. Just one final card here. So I hear my dog working in the background. I don't know if you hear. Oh, I love this. I love this card. So this is a slow down card. This is the card that, you got the whole division, you have the peony, you have the tapestry of life, you have how different decisions that you're going to make are going to weave into very different areas of your life. When things that you're not expecting are going to happen that are going to be positive. I feel very positive about it. Now, this card here is really around slowing down and enjoying where you live is actually how Spirit's bringing it to me. It's like you chose to reside where you reside, the city, the town, the house. You made conscious decisions and conscious choices to be where you are. And since none of us are able to go anywhere, really, it's like very few of us are going to Hawaii or traveling overseas or anything like that. Spirit is actually calling us to slow down enough this week that we look up and we look around us and we're in awe of where we chose to start our families, our careers, our lives, and really slow down and take in and really honor that choice that we made and how that's impacted our life. And you'll see, as an example, what they're showing me is that even through that reflection, you're going to see how the tapestry of life works, right? So maybe you chose the town, the city, the house that you live in, and all these different opportunities came from that one decision that you couldn't have anticipated when you said, I'm going to settle here, right? So, as an example, I came to Squamish on a whim. Never really even heard of Squamish before. Came on a big whim. I thought it was a big mistake for a little while, but a couple of years later, met my husband here, my forever home. I became Squamish medium, and I'm a huge ambassador for this town, this little town. I'm becoming into philanthropy within this community. Those are things that I could not have anticipated when I chose to settle here, let alone the healing that I have received from these mountains that surround us and the water that we sit on. And so that's just kind of a tangible example of what I'm talking about when Spirit's asking us to look up and out and be very grateful for that decision that we made to reside there. Maybe for some of you, you're like, you know what? I don't get a lot from where I'm living right now. Maybe that's a decision that you have to make heading into 2021. So I always believe you should love where you live, right? Why else would you be there? So those are your spirit messages for this week. I hope you love it. Please do look for the new moon on the 14th. I have a feeling next week's energy forecast is going to be a very different vibe. Of course, we're going to be heading into the Great Conjunction. So we'll see what Spirit brings through for that. But for this new moon, definitely hold the vision for 2021. Let's not limit our lens on the decisions that we make so that we can be open to more coming in based off one beautiful choice that we want to make, and hold the vision. Just hold it. Leave what didn't work in 2020 behind. You learned it. You don't even have to dissect it. Your soul holds on to it. Okay. Move on and move forward with the vision of what you truly want to call in. All right. Enjoy your week, guys.